Hey y'all, Rodney Jones, Defending the Faith here. Yeah, I didn't change my channel name because I'm doing stuff on my truck yet. Still defending the faith. Hey, something's been bothering me lately. Some disturbing stuff that I've saw recently. I think it happened on February 1st up in Township, Pennsylvania. And I wanted to, I've seen this video so many times. I'm trying to figure out what the heck went on here. No matter how many times I watch it, it's disturbing. I would tell you, if you're sensitive to stuff, don't watch it. If you've heard about it or you want to look into it. But talking about anger, how angry people can get sometimes where their ego gets in the way. I'm a big proponent on saying that nothing rational comes out of anger. But, you know, the Bible speaks on anger. You know, we know Moses got angry, King David got angry, God himself got angry with his own chosen people. So there's biblical anger, you know, and I know anger can be used for a good purpose. Sometimes we have to defend ourselves, but we don't do it to the point where we're hurting people or somebody ends up dead, which happened in this video. I just don't understand what's going on. I mean, the anger on people, it's like the devil, man. He's laughing. And I wonder, you know, about these people that were in this video. I just, you know, I don't try to say, hey, I don't know if they were believers or not. It seems that they wouldn't be, you know, or weren't. They're all three dead now. I pray that they were saved, but the way they acted, let me tell you, I deal with angry people, which I call mental anger, you know, where I get control of them and I can be very loving to them after, no matter how much they cuss me and call me names and fight with me. I think there's a couple biblical angers. I think one's called agitated anger and one's called a passion anger. Maybe somebody can explain those to me. I'm not quite clear on those. I guess the words say it, but I don't know. As a Christian, we still have to control anger, but those of the world, some of them, I know there's good people out there that are not believers that know how to control their anger, but there's some people out there that they get so mad and so angry. It's just like, what? And nothing good's getting ready to come out of it, and they don't know how to separate themselves from it. As you can see in this video, if you go and look at it, man, what's going on? Why are people at each other's throats? There's no value for human life in some of these cases. This one up in Pennsylvania, if you want to go look at it, I know the guy laid it down on action self-protection videos. John Correa does videos on YouTube. He's very good at showing how it can be used firearms in defense, but he breaks this down why this happened is ego. This couple were shoveling snow over into a neighbor's path over towards his driveway, and he comes out, starts cussing them. They start cussing back, the husband and wife. So this guy that starts it goes in and gets a gun while the guy's still out there yelling, the wife's still out there yelling, pushing snow. Like, when a guy goes in his house like that angry, you need to go in your house. This guy just sat out there and threw his arms. They're yelling obscenities, go do this to yourself, this and this, you know. And he comes out, and they're both standing there while he's pointing a gun at them, and he goes, I dare you. And the guy shoots off like 3 rounds. He can't hit the sprouts out of a barn at 10 yards. Then finally hits the husband, and he starts screaming. It turns him. The wife just stands there, and he starts screaming, call the police, call the police. He shoots the wife. She goes down. You see her rolling around. It's very disturbing. He unloads, you know, a couple rounds on her, and she's laying there crying, and he's over there. Neighbors come out as this guy goes back in the house because his firearm didn't work anymore. He was out of ammo. Neighbors trying to help, and then neighbors saw him coming back out with an AR-15. They take off. He comes out, shoots the wife point blank again, finishes her, goes over and finishes him. Then you see him walk in the house. You hear a gunshot in the house. Disturbing as this is, the couple had a 15-year-old autistic son in the house. What is wrong with people? Man, that hurts the most. But you're sitting there yelling obscenities at each other. A guy comes out with a gun. You need to learn how to separate yourself from the anger. You need to learn how to control your anger. I know my page is not about this, even though anger is in the Bible, but maybe, and my channel is not for children, so I block where children can't see it. I would like children to be able to see the biblical stuff I teach, but I would hope the parents would be able to teach their children the biblical stuff, because YouTube is very strict on some of this stuff. So, but one of the guys on the self-protection, active self-protection that John Correa had on, he has a 15-year-old autistic son also, so it hit close to home with him. But nothing rational comes out of anger. I know what anger's like. Before I was a believer, I would get angry and say stuff to my mom that I didn't mean, that would hurt her. I would say stuff to my sister, friends, that's just anger. You try to get the upper hand. It's not worth it. Now, as much as I love my wife, I think she's the only one that can get me so angry where I do kind of get out of my zone. She kind of pushes my buttons. So I think that's what wives are supposed to do. And I'll say, that's it, I'm leaving. And she'll say, you better not. I can always get a chuckle out of that. All I do is go out and go for like a mile walk or a mile run. I don't go anywhere. I just go cool down, and that's the way we should do it. I have a punching bag in the basement. I have weights. I can release my anger there. And I'm dealing with a person I can hold in custody all the time that has bad anger issues. And this person's falling through the cracks and somebody needs to help. But I know Christian counselors say that 50% of their people they see that are Christians struggle with anger. So what do y'all think about this? I mean, this ain't the first time I've seen a video like this. I saw a dad and a son and a wife arguing about trash with a couple in an alley where they lived, and the father and son end up shooting the guy in front of their wife and his wife while she's screaming, and the guy that got shot dared him to shoot him. There was so much anger there, you could tell by watching the beginning of the video, nothing rational was going to come out of it. So what do y'all think about biblical anger? I know there's scripture on anger. We know what Moses did when he got angry. He killed an Egyptian soldier. God's anger at his people and the wrath he threw down on them, which is just, because he's a father that disciplines his children as he disciplines us for. We might not gain things here, or things might happen because we live in a sinful world and we're sinners. So, I don't know why. I guess I wanted to get off my chest about this video and see what y'all thought about anger and ways we can control that anger, or what we should do with that anger, or even tell me what the passion anger is, or the agitated anger. I kind of figure out the agitated anger. Let me know. Maybe run it by somebody like Brother Greg Jackson if he watches that. Sometimes he watches my videos, but maybe he can explain it. He's real good with that stuff. I don't know. It's just so disturbing at the way the world's going. And I think the church is getting ready to head for some heavy persecution. I got a friend that has his own electrical company. He told me that he has 3 crosses on his truck. He's had them there for years, decades. He's starting to get yelled at stoplights and stuff because he's got 3 crosses on the back of his truck and on the door of his truck. But I think God's getting ready to start calling his people. Maybe there's going to be a great revival under the evil that's going on. The church is going to be persecuted under, there's so much demonic going on here just in America, with politics and stuff. So I don't know, that's a whole different subject, but I know that the church thrives under persecution. So I don't know. There's so many people that act like this that you can just see. I mean, I got family members that I know act like this. I have neighbors that will fly out the handle, can't control the anger, and it's scary. I'm a guy that carries a firearm every day, personally and on the jobs that I work, and I hope I never have to use it. I've had to only pull it one time because I thought there was a break-in, but I pray somebody doesn't break in my house, even though I know the layout of my house, because I need to know it, because I have my wife in there, and I used to have my kids in there, and I have to protect them, because that's my job, to protect them. And I hope I never have to take a life. But this has nothing to do with the firearm. It has to do with people not being able to control themselves. These 3 people did not know how to control themselves. Now we have 3 dead people and a 15-year-old autistic boy with no parents that's going to be raised by a relative. It's so sad. It hurts. Why are people acting like this? Let me know what you think about this anger. I'm going to call this video Disgruntled Anger, I think. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Be safe. Be vigilant. Don't let anger get to you. Separate yourself if you see danger coming. Use your brain. As a Christian, I think we have senses that kind of say, something ain't right, or this ain't going to turn out good. I'm going to separate myself from